As you all know, our Constitution is under attack. There are people calling to abolish the Second Amendment, the First Amendment, and some people want to get rid of the Constitution altogether. But the Constitution is the backbone of America's success. Now, in our elementary schools, our middle schools, our high schools, and our colleges, the importance and the meaning of the Constitution is no longer being taught. So why do we need the Constitution? Why is it important? And what makes it different from everything else on the face of this planet? Well, the first thing you have to understand is that the power of the Constitution is not in that piece of paper it was written on. It's not in the words, but it's in us, the people. We the people. Our founding fathers, those brave men and women who fought for our freedom in the Revolutionary War, all agree to stand and to fight for the rights in our Constitution. Our freedom was not given to us. The King of Britain did not give us our freedom. The Queen of England and all the kings and queens who wished to rule their monarchs, to rule their kingdoms, they did not give us our freedom. But we the people came together and we fought wars to say that we stand together and we will protect one another's rights. Now, the first thing you have to realize is the reason they're trying to take our guns. The biggest army in the world is China, which only has 1 million men. There are 300 million Americans. So 1% of our population is a 3 million man army. 1%. There is no army on this planet that can come close to that. So that's the type of power that allows us to say that these are our rights. Because all 300 million of us have the ability to arm ourselves and to fight for these rights. We cannot be stopped by any force on the face of this earth. So you have to understand the power that we, the people, infuse into the Constitution. Now, secondly, you have to understand the wisdom and understanding that was put into the Constitution, into building a government that could be controlled by the people. The truth is, in order for a large country to thrive, it needs a government, a way to unify our voices. There are many countries that would love to invade America, that would love to conquer our country. So we need a government, if nothing else, to interact with these countries. But inherently, power corrupts. And absolute power corrupts absolutely. So the same way every other king and queen has been corrupted by the power that they've been given through ruling over millions of people, the same holds true with our government. A government will always corrupt the people within it. So that's why the Constitution was written with the intent to keep the power in the hands of the people. These amendments were not randomly created. These amendments were thoroughly thought out. The way we elect our officials was thoroughly thought out, so we could elect officials from within our own communities, within our own cities, and our own states, who we trusted and who would act out our laws. Now, because our country has gotten so big and so few people understand our constitutional power, because there's so much propaganda being spread in the colleges, because there's so many immigrants coming into America without understanding how a constitution works, we have a huge portion of the country voting on identity politics and what benefits them in that moment, not realizing the long-term effects it will have on our home. So we must understand that without the Constitution, without our ability to arm ourselves, without our ability to speak out against the government, to speak out against these men, they're like vipers waiting to take our power away. All we have to do is give up our right to bear arms, and our Constitution goes with it. There has never been an invasion on our soil. No army can stand against the American people, not even our government. But if we give up our guns, if we give up our Second Amendment, we fall. We already see ourselves being censored on the internet. Conservative speakers are being shut down on Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, and tons of other platforms. And this is just the beginning. But the only reason they're able to get away with it is because we don't have our power, our united voice. Divided, we can't stand up like they're doing in France and say, no, we won't accept this. But if we give up our main power, which is our ability to arm ourselves, our Second Amendment right, our constitutional right, our most important right, if that is taken away, the Constitution goes with it. And so does our ability to control a government. And the principle of a government for the people and by the people goes right along with it. So please understand this. This is our country. This is our government. A government that the people fears is a tyranny, but a government that fears the people, that's the government our founding fathers thought to create. So hear me, brothers and sisters, when I say we cannot and will not give up our rights. They are what give us the freedom to love that is which close to our hearts. They are what make America the brightest light on earth, and we must spread that light throughout the world before our time is up. But if we give up our light, all the lights of the world will flicker out behind us. So I love you all. Let's unite America and reignite the world.
'Cause this'll probably be the last time that I reach out to mankind. My ship's taking off, and if you wanna go, then scream and die. 'Cause I count my two angels in the clouds staring down on standby. So if you wanna go, I promise you can go.